all of God's people say, amen. It is only through dedication and commitment and sacrifice that one is able to use the fullness of their gifts. While there are many in this world who are gifted, there are fewer who use the fullness of their gift, for it requires work and sacrifice. But at Calvary Baptist Church of Glenwood, we have a music ministry. And it's not only gifted, but thanks to sacrifice and commitment. May all the people of God say amen to our music. And listening to their beautiful, harmonious, and melodic voices, I was reminded of there was a young musician who was saying to an older musician, "How do I become as good as you?" The older musician said to the younger one, "Call me at 4 o'clock in the morning sometime and I'll tell you." But one must be willing to sacrifice sleep and sacrifice the easiness of life in order to share one's gifts. And we thank God for Brother Troy, for Sister Kamar. We thank God for our choir. We thank God for each of our ministers. We thank God for Brother David. There's a word from the Lord this morning found in the 8th book of the Bible. As there's Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, Joshua, and Judges, we are in Ruth this morning. The book of Ruth, the 2nd chapter. I will be reading verses 8 through 13 and concluding with verses 19 and 20. The 2nd chapter of the book of Ruth, verses 8 through 13, concluding in verses 19 and 20. I am reading from the New Revised Standard Version, and the word of the Lord reads, "Then Boaz said to Ruth, 'Now listen, my daughter. Do not go to glean in another field or leave this one, but keep close to my young women. Keep your eyes on the field that is being reaped and follow behind them. I have ordered the young men not to bother you. If you get thirsty, go to the vessels and drink from what the young men have drawn.' Then she fell prostrate with her face to the ground and said to him, 'Why have I found favor in your sight, that you should take notice of me when I am a foreigner?' But Boaz said to her, 'All that you have done for your mother-in-law since the death of your husband has been fully told me, and how you left your father and mother and your native land and came to a people that you did not know before. May the Lord reward you for your deeds, and may you have a full reward from the Lord, the God of Israel, under whose wings you have come for refuge.' Then she said, 'May I continue to find favor in your sight, my Lord, for you have comforted me and spoken kindly to your servant, even though I am not one of your servants.' Verse 19 reads, her mother-in-law said to her, 'Where did you glean today? And where have you worked? Blessed be the man who took notice of you.' So she told her mother-in-law with whom she had worked, and said, 'The name of the man with whom I worked today is Boaz.' Then Naomi said to her daughter-in-law, 'Blessed be he by the Lord, whose kindness has not forsaken the living or the dead.' Naomi also said to her, 'The man is a relative of ours, one of our nearest kin.' You may be seated in the presence of the Lord." Amen. Verse 12 reads, "May the Lord reward you for your deeds, and may you have a full reward from the Lord, the God of Israel, under whose wings you have come for refuge." May the Lord reward you for your deeds, and may you have a full reward from the Lord. May the Lord reward you. I want to preach from the title, "Your Reward is on the Other Side." Your reward is on the other side. Before we preach, let us pray. Most gracious and merciful God, may the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be found fully acceptable in your sight. Yes. And Lord, I pray that you hide your humble servant, Jerry Michael Grimes II, behind the cross, that as I proclaim your word, the world may see less and less of me and more of thee. This prayer we offer in the almighty name of our Lord and our Savior, Jesus Christ, and may the people of God say, Amen. Amen. Most people, if not all, want to be rewarded. Yes, sir. Whether one deserves the reward or not, most people in this world at some point in time want to be rewarded. But fewer people are willing to do what is required in order to earn that reward. The late, great John F. Kennedy famously said, "Victory has 1,000 fathers, but defeat is an orphan." In other words, everyone wants credit when things go well. In fact, I have come to believe that great leadership is defined by the willingness of someone to take the blame for things that are not their fault. A great leader knows that what went wrong is not their fault, but they don't mind taking the blame. That's great leadership. That's a little different from the type of leadership that points fingers or tweets quite often about what everyone else is doing wrong without pointing any fingers at themselves. You see, great leaders don't desire credit. Great leaders just want to see things get accomplished. Something that I used to hear when I worked in the film industry now some 2 decades ago, on film sets from North Carolina to California, when producers would step on the set, was always the same. But there are 3 different types of producers. There is the executive producer. They write the checks and never show up. They don't have to because they write the checks. There's what's called the line producer or the unit production manager. That's the drill instructor of the film set. They're on the set every day. But then there is simply the producer. They go in between the office and in between the film set. And most producers, most effective producers, say the same thing. They will say to the crew, they will say to the cast, "Don't break the law, but outside of that, just get it done." And some suspect producers may say, "And if you do break the law, just don't tell me about it. But still get it done." You see, leaders care about accomplishments. Not necessarily their own, but seeing that things get done. They don't need credit for it, they just want to see that it gets done. They're not looking for a reward. They're more interested in other people being rewarded for what they've done. That's great leadership. Leaders don't make excuses. I remember a poem that I must have learned while I was going through a process while I was pledging. Did I say pledging? I meant the intake process. While I was going through the intake process. The famous poem was excuses, 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 excuses. Tools of the weak and incompetent, which build large monuments of nothing. And those who use them rarely amount to anything except more excuses, excuses, excuses. The great Vince Lombardi said, "No human being can be perfect, but by pursuing perfection, when you fall short, the result is excellence." You see, the same is true for relationships. To be in a good relationship is rewarding, but in order to get to that reward, you have to go through some things. You see, there is no way to get the love that we desire without risking the pain that we don't want. And whether it is for what we need or what we desire, the good things in life are often on the other side of the things we don't want to deal with. Many times the only way to get the reward is on the other side of the thing that you don't want to deal with. Many people wonder why they missed their blessing. They missed their blessing because they weren't willing to go through the mess that was required to get to the blessing. But our world has become one of avoidance and passive aggressiveness, where people don't want to take on the challenges that matter, and they don't want to fight over the important things, but somehow find time for the pettiness and find time to be mean about things that don't matter. So then all of a sudden you have talent and energy and strength that is put in the wrong places. And if you ever want to end up in the grasp of the enemy, find out how to end up in the wrong places. When you're in the wrong places, you end up around the wrong people. When you're around the wrong people, the wrong things happen to You see, our God is a God of placement where everyone has a certain place and everything goes somewhere. You see, fire is a wonderful thing. In the wintertime, if you put fire in a fireplace, it will keep you warm and keep you alive. In the summertime, if you take that same fire and you put it in a grill and you throw something on the grill, then you can keep yourself alive. But if you take that same fire out of the fireplace, if you take that same fire out of the grill and put it in your hallway, you won't have a house anymore. Everything goes somewhere. The same thing that gives life also creates death if it's put in the wrong place at the wrong time. You see, you can fry fish in the kitchen if you don't mind trying to get the odor out of your house for the rest of the week. But it's better to fry it outside. Everything goes somewhere. Placement matters. And God has a place for everyone and everything. And when the right people end up in the right place, the right things will happen to them. Our reward is on the other side of things we don't want to deal with. But when we find ourselves dealing with things we don't want to deal with, the question is, am I in the right place? You see, sometimes the right place still brings challenges. Sometimes we say, maybe God didn't want me to do this because it's hard. You know, I often tell preachers, if you're going to do this, don't be a coward. We don't need cowards in the pulpit. If you're going to do ministry, don't be a coward. We don't need cowards in ministry. If you're going to do ministry and you can't control yourself when people cuss you out, don't do ministry. Many times when I extend an invitation, I'm careful with it because I'm not going to sell you a hustle from the pulpit. If you can't live this life with some restraint, don't try to live this life. In the words of the great movie Malcolm X, I'm telling you God's words, not no hustle. You don't need a hustle. I'm not going to tell you, oh, once you give your life to Jesus, it'll all be easy. Everyone's going to love you. No, it'll be the opposite. You see, the devil has a hit list, and if you want to end up on that hit list, give your life to the Lord, and you will move to the top of that hit list. But that doesn't mean that we're defeated. Many times when we find a challenge, that's where we're supposed to be, because our triumph is on the other side of the challenge. Our reward is on the other side of the bad things of life. Our harvest is on the other side of hunger. And so the question is it possible to reach our harvest when we're hungry? Is it possible that we can have triumph when we're facing challenges? Well, the second chapter of Ruth shows us how to do that. Yes, sir. You see, verse 8 simply says, Boaz said to Ruth. I'll just stop right there because their names mean something. The name Boaz means strength is within him. Yes. Even his name denotes his character. Strength is within him. See, names matter. Boaz lives up to his name, and Ruth's name means beauty, but not just external beauty, it's a vision of beauty. It is beauty that is beheld. It means when Boaz looks at Ruth, he's not looking at her externally, he's looking at her from the inside out. He's examining the heart first. Many people ask me, how did they end up in a messy relationship? Easy. Did you look at the outside or the inside first? Because if you looked at the outside first, you will find yourself in some mess that will be hard to get out of. Start from the inside first. And then the Bible says that Boaz says to Ruth, listen, my daughter, do not go to glean in another field, but keep close to my young women. We said last week that the book of Ruth is best understood as a time of danger. It's a time in which there's famine and hunger and lawlessness. And here Boaz is a man who's strong enough to protect people in a dangerous time. And also says to Ruth, you do what you need to do. I'll see to it that you aren't bothered. The Hebrew word there for bother is the word nagah, which also means to violate or to touch inappropriately. He's saying, I will see to it that you're not disrespected. It's interesting that this relationship, this beautiful relationship between Boaz and Ruth starts not with game, not with a line, not with him trying to touch her, but very much the opposite, with him protecting her and having people not to put a hand on her. Yeah. It would seem that true intimacy means that the only way to actually be intimate is not to touch someone, it's to touch the depth of their soul by listening to their story. And we notice in the second chapter of the book of Ruth, placement is important. Everyone has a place. You see, he even says, if you get thirsty, go to the vessels and drink from what the young men have drawn. Then she fell prostrate with her face to the ground and said to him, why have I found favor in your sight, that you should take notice of me, for I'm a foreigner? Ruth's humility defines her. You see, she's being rewarded for something and doesn't even know why. It's interesting, the people who think they ought to get credit for something are the people who often have not worked at all. Here, Ruth is receiving a reward and did not even know why. But the Bible says, Boaz answered her, all that you have done for your mother-in-law since the death of your husband has been fully told to me, and how you left your father and mother and your native land and came to a people that you did not know before. Boaz says, may the Lord reward you for your deeds, and may you have a full reward from the Lord, the God of Israel. Yes. You see, the only reason that Ruth met Boaz is because when Naomi was having a difficult time, Ruth put herself in a position to help Naomi. Ruth would have missed her blessing had she been looking out for herself. She was blessed because she was looking out for someone else. If you're going to walk in this life, if you're going to live out the Christian life, if you're going to walk in this journey, then the sentence, what's in it for me, must no longer be in your vocabulary. It's not about what's in it for you. No believer should ever ask, what do I get out of it? What do you mean, what do we get out of it? 2,000 years ago, all that we need to get out of it was already taken care of. You see, Ruth met Boaz because she cared about someone else. She was not looking for a reward. She was willing to deal with the hard things in life. And see, she was willing to be inconvenienced for someone else. She was willing to step out of her way for someone else. And many times stepping out of our way for someone else is what puts us right where we need to be so that we're in the pathway of God's blessing. And then Naomi, realizing how blessed Ruth has been, that she's met this man who is providing her with food, providing her with water, providing her with work. Naomi even says, where did you glean today? Where have you worked? Blessed be the man who took notice of you. So she told her mother-in-law, the Bible says, with whom she had worked. And the name of the man was Boaz, Ruth said to Naomi. Then Naomi, the Bible says, said to her daughter-in-law, blessed be he by the Lord, whose kindness has not forsaken the living or the dead. Just a quick rewind. You remember, this is the same Naomi who last week in chapter 1 said, the hand of the Lord had turned against her. She changed her name from Naomi to Mara, for she said the Lord had dealt bitterly with her. Let's be fair, Naomi had been going through a difficult time. But at the same time, let us learn from what she does here. You see, Naomi could only see the challenges in front of her. She could not understand that the difficulty in front of her was put in front of her for the purpose of the deliverance that was behind the situation. I have often said that God moves in such a way that the best thing we can do is trust God instead of trying to figure God out. That's not our job to figure it out. That's our job to be faithful. So many times, even when I question the Lord, I hear the Lord saying to me, Jerry, how about you do your job, I'll do my job. I know what I'm doing. The truth is, if wrong conclusions were a tourist destination, they would be the most visited places on earth. And people don't fly to wrong conclusions, they jump to them and stay there, and they jump and plant themselves so deeply that they can't jump away from the wrong conclusion once they land there. But then I have to realize, why should any of us be worried? You know, right now we're revolving at 1,000 miles per hour. That's how fast the world revolves. Do any of us feel that dizzy as if we're spinning at 1,000 miles per hour? That's called critical mass. You see, if the world were to revolve at 999 miles per hour, it would disrupt the gravitational pull of the earth, and we would be pulled into the sun and destroyed. If the earth were to revolve at 1,001 miles per hour, we also would be thrown from the gravitational pull of the solar system. You see, if the world just one time were to revolve at 999 miles per hour, or one time to revolve at 1,001 miles per hour, all of us would be dead. Meaning from the beginning of the creation of the world, it has always revolved at exactly 1,000 miles per hour. We think we run things. We don't run anything but our mouths. God runs everything. I spent the better part of the last 12 years of my life teaching students. And I would teach students in continuing education, many students who were in their 60s and 70s and 80s coming back to complete their college degree. And many times they would say the reason they took so long is because they listened to other people. And other people told them that they couldn't do it. Other people said, why are you waiting so long? Other people said, don't you think you're too, quote unquote, old to do one thing? Moses was 80 years old before he began his career in liberation. No one is ever too old to do anything. But what happens is, we tend to listen to the mess that people say to us instead of listening to God. And then there comes a point in which I was teaching students in which they realized that God is in charge. That we need not listen to the criticisms of other people. And I saw student after student over the course of 12 years earn their degree when people had told them their whole life that they weren't smart. I watched people earn their degree and enter a life of upper mobility and earn more income whenever people told them that they couldn't make it. I saw people be able to turn their whole families around whenever there were people who told them all their lives what they couldn't be. If there's one thing that all people must know, and if you know nothing else from anything that I say, understand that God will never waste his time. He made you for a reason. He put something inside of you that only you have. You are valuable. Don't listen to what anyone else says. God made you. You belong to God. He authored your footsteps. He gave you the breath of life. God loves you. It doesn't matter what anyone says about you. God has already seen to it that you are valuable. You know, everything that we have is given by God. And I never want to hear anyone say, well, I don't have such and such, or I can't do this, or I can't do that. God never gave anybody everything, but gave everybody something. God gave you a gift too. All of us have something. God gave all of us something. But what we find here is that Ruth knew what she had, which was the ability to love people. Even in a famine, she loved people. Even in the midst of death, she loved people. Even in the midst of lawlessness, she loved people. Whenever so many brothers and sisters tell me God has called me to preach, I say, you know, I'm fresh out of preaching spots, but we do have room in the loving ministry. We have room in the forgiving ministry. We have room in the comforting ministry. We have room in the being a good friend ministry. All ministers need not wear robes and preach from pulpits. We need people to be more loving and forgiving and compassionate. You see, Ruth could have said, I'm not going to share all of my love with Naomi because I'm going through something. Ruth could have said, I'm not going to go with Naomi because I'm going through something. But instead, what Ruth said is, I'm not going to hold back the love that I have. While I'm here on this earth, I'm going to share everything that I have. You know, today is the only day we have, so there's no need holding back. If you love somebody, love them with all your heart today while you're here. Where would we be had Jesus decided, I'm just going to hold back on all that I can do for people? Where would we be had the Lord said, I do want to bring salvation into the world, but it hurts to go up on the cross? Where would we be had Jesus said, I do want to usher in salvation, but it's too inconvenient? Where would we be had Jesus said, I don't want to step out of my way to help anybody? Where would we be had Jesus said, I'm too busy to help people right now? All of us are here because he was willing to step out of his way, willing to step down from the right hand of the Father, willing to walk around this earth and undergo that which we would not have to undergo. We're here because he did for us what we couldn't do for ourselves. This whole book of Ruth is all about the hungry being fed. And you know, there's some things that we must understand in terms of just how much Jesus loved us then and loves us now and will always love us when it comes to feeding the hungry. You know, so often I hear people speak of Jesus feeding the 5,000. When they speak of that second verse in Matthew 14, they say he fed the 5,000. You know, it's sad how we overlook women and children in this world, but we read the second verse of chapter 14, and it said he fed 5,000 besides the women and children. Dr. Jerome Clayton Ross, the great Old Testament scholar, said that women outnumbered men in the first century 8-1. Children outnumbered men 12-1. Let's do a little math, shall we? So if he fed 5,000 men, he fed 40,000 women. If he fed 5,000 men, then he fed what? 60,000 children. Last time I checked, 5,000 plus 40,000 plus 60,000 is 105,000. That's not all he did though. You see that Matthew says over in the 8th verse of the 15th chapter, that a couple of days later he fed 4,000 men besides the women and children. If my math is correct, that means he fed 32,000 women as well. Then he fed 48,000 children. That means if we're adding it all up, that's a sum total of 189,000 people that he fed in less than 72 hours. You see, Daddy fed 30,000 people on a Thanksgiving day about 10 years ago. But he had turkey fryers when he did it. Jesus fed 189,000 without one turkey fryer. To give you a sense of what Jesus did, Soldier-Field seats 61,500 people. That means Jesus fed 3 Soldier Fields and could still feed 10 of our sanctuaries. That's what the Lord did for us. That's what he's doing for us now. That is the Savior that we serve. Which means in order to receive what he has for us, all we have to do is be willing to go if he wants us to go and do what he wants us to do. It means that we need to be in a place where we can help somebody like Ruth helped Naomi. It means we need to be in a place where we can love somebody who needs to be loved. It means we need to be in a place where we can feed somebody who's hungry. It means we need to be in a place where we can give water to somebody who's thirsty. It means we need to be in a place where we can love those who think that they don't deserve love. Everybody deserves love. I'm going to wrap this up by reminding you, like I said, fish don't fry in the kitchen. Beans don't burn on the grill. Took a whole lot of trying just to get up that hill. Now we're off to the big leagues. Getting out, turning it back. As long as we live this you and me, baby, ain't nothing wrong with that. We're moving on up. And because of our Lord and Savior did when he got up, we're still moving on up. We all have a reward that's coming to us. For Christ rewards us. And Christ commanded us to go into the world and make disciples, and Jesus says he will be with us even until the end of the world. But what this means is our reward is going to be on the other side of some challenges we have to face. Sometimes things have to be torn down before they're built up. Sometimes things have to break before they can be fixed. Sometimes we get lost in the wilderness before we can find our way out of the woods. Sometimes it's going without that helps us appreciate going with. Sometimes our enemies can bring the best out of us. Sometimes loneliness helps us be a better friend. Sometimes we must be deformed before we're transformed. Sometimes we have to be put down before we can get up. Sometimes we have to go through some things in which it seems like it may not be all right. But that's how we get the testimony. It's only until we've been tested that we have a testimony to share. You know, I grew up in the country. One thing about growing up in the country, I grew up with roaches. Come on now, I'm not the only one who grew up with roaches. I didn't want to give them fancy names, water bugs, and cicadas, and roaches. That's what they are, roaches. And you know the thing about roaches is that they work at night. And it's when you cut on the light and you see them scurry away. And you know, roaches are hard to kill. I mean, you have to put a chubby checker twist on. You got to step on and twist it. And you know how to kill that. And you know, the thing with roaches, they work the same way that the enemy works. They want to come out at night and come out in the shadows and all of those. And then as soon as the light shines on them, then they run away. But they don't run that far. They run right underneath the floorboards or the hiding in the walls. They're right there. And then as soon as they see an opportunity, they scurry back out. You know, the enemy thinks that he owns this world, but he does not. The enemy in sin and evil works the same way roaches work, crawling around things, thinking that it runs the world. And you know, the thing is, I think of the great Dr. Emmanuel Scott, who once said that there was a man who was sitting down having a drink in a bar. And someone ran into the bar and said, the world is coming to an end, and the man at the bar said, that's nice, but that doesn't concern me because I'm from Boston. But the truth is, whether you're from Boston, Barcelona, or Boise, or Beirut, there will come a point in time in which all of this will end and evil will go away. You know, we don't tend to preach about Jesus coming back anymore the way we used to. I know I'm old school, but in the old church, from time to time, we did remind people that there is coming a day in which Jesus is coming back. There is coming a day in which he's coming back and all evil will be done away with. And Satan can run around like a roach if he wants to. And there are many people who think they can deal with Satan trying to use their own means. That's like spraying a can of Raid on roaches. When you spray Raid on roaches, you might as well be taking them to the spa. Raid won't kill roaches. No, you got to step on it. You got to deal with them once and for all. That's the only way to deal with it. But what Jesus tells us is when he comes back, he's bringing his reward with him to repay everyone according to their work. He says, look, I'm coming soon. My reward is with me to give to each person according to what they have done. Let us be careful with what Jesus says there. He says to reward each person according to what they have done. He's coming back to reward righteousness with righteousness. It also means he's coming back to pay back the wicked with all that they have done. It's not up to us to try to repay people. It's not up to us to try to get revenge on people. It's not up to us to try to get even with people. We're supposed to love people, forgive people, be patient with people. But Jesus is coming back. And when he comes back, he'll deal with all of the mess of their time. I don't want you to worry about what you're going through. I don't want you to give up. I don't want you to lose faith. Don't lose hope. Be willing to endure all of the challenges and all that life will put you through. Because our Lord will. God will. Our Savior will. See to it that you get everything that you deserve. Evil can laugh all at once. The devil can do whatever he wants to. The devil can run around like a roach if he wants to. But Jesus is coming back. And when he comes back, he will not be bringing a can of rain. And when he does come back, he will open up a can of something else on Satan. I'm not going to tell you what it is on Sunday, but I'm too close to Chicago for you not to be able to fill in that place. Jesus is coming back to bring back to us what they've done.